Hello, lady and/or gentlemen. My name is Roderick Phillips, a indie game developer for the game Conflict. Conflict is a free-to-play, retro-styled, open-world PvP MMORPG command and conquer genre game. Say that 3 times fast. Hopefully in this short time I can convince you to dive into the dynamic world of Conflict. You see, Conflict is a new type of MMO, as I, the owner, favor player influence and importance over nonsensical no-direction combat. And that is, in its simplicity, what Conflict is. Gameplay that circles around player influence and their choices. Basically, there are 3 villages that are constantly at odds. You have thus the choice to choose what village that you are, and in between these 3 villages, you want to compete for something called the Golden Age. The Golden Age is a 20-minute timer in that whoever gained it gets 2 times XP and a boost in damage as well as defense. And naturally, the bragging rights that your village gained this Golden Age and the others didn't. As whatever village didn't get the older Golden Age, they get reduced XP for this duration. So as you can see, there's a natural incentive in that to get this Golden Age. And Conflict truly shines when it comes to how you get this Golden Age through that of influence. Influence is gained by pretty much anything you do for the village. As a lower level in rank, you will be doing missions such as taking graffiti off of the village. And even that will contribute to the total influence of your village. Now, Conflict naturally shows progression through that of growing from just some low village member taking graffiti off the village walls to having to actually get a mission to go kill villagers from other villages. And that is where Conflict becomes even more dynamic and unscripted. As other villages may be doing missions to get influence, you can easily travel over to an enemy village and just outright unleash hell, killing other players and stopping them from doing missions. And guess what? For killing those villagers, you are given influence. And you won't have to travel to another village to get some action. You are free to dive into the command and conquer system. Conflict struts its dynamic command and conquer system through that of banners and bandoms. A banner is a small flag that you will see around the map, 35 in total, and for every flag you have, your village gets more XP, damage, defense, and influence. With that incentive, players are enticed to go out and capture these flags. There is also bandoms, which are more a bragging right, if anything. Bandoms are the large flags placed in the middle of each village, and through a mixture of teamwork or solo badassery, you, as an enemy villager, has to go inside of the enemy village and attempt to capture this flag. What's scary about taking this particular flag is that if you touch the flag to cap it, every villager of that village you're raiding is actually notified that someone is touching their bandom. Now imagine that, with a game that has 100 plus players playing at once or more, 30 to 40 people stopping whatever they're doing and bum rushing you. And things don't stop there. As a game developer and community manager, I know the gamers of the world want social and strategic bits in their games. This is shown by the ranking system and player control in the aspect. As amongst the village, there are higher ranks, the village leader and the village leader elites. The village leader is one person who was voted by the village to be its leader. Naturally, it will take some work to get to this level as a village player base has to like you. And to get to be a village elite, you have to be handpicked and chosen from the village personally by the village leader, which would also take you getting on his or her good side, doing raids, getting influence, etc., etc. The plus sides to these ranks being all higher ranks get a special skill called Powered, in which boosts your damage or defense by a colossal amount, making you pretty much a wrecking machine amongst normal players. This being a double-edged sword, as someone in your position are worth more influence, being if you kill a normal enemy, you get 1 influence, but if you kill a village elite or a village leader, you're worth 5 influence. And the highest you can get from a high-ranking mission is 2 influence. Now guess what happens when a village wants to get a lot of quick influence? Yeah, village leaders and village elites become targets. And things get technical as you aren't dabbling in some kind of NPC game. This is a game with real people and real depressions. Depressions such as, what if your village doesn't get the Golden Age? What if your village is currently being raided and your villagers are dying? What if your bandom was just taken by another village? What if you, as a village leader, keeps dying? What if your village elites are dying as well? What if your village has the least amount of banners? What if your village is being camped? You have to understand this is a game with radical and real situations, that if you are the village leader or a village elite, a lot of focus of these depressions is put on you. And things might get so extreme that players begin to betray, in which you have the option in the game to go rogue and kill your own villagers or village NPCs to be kicked out of the village forcefully. So imagine that. You're the village leader and you're currently being dominated by another village, and your villagers are leaving, killing their own allies to leave and go to another village. Pure chaos, or, put a little pun here, conflict. That's right, go to another village, as players have the ability to betray from one village and join another to help them their cause. This making yet another dynamic factor that if you are social enough and good enough to your people, you could make other good players from other villages come to your village. This could also be a double-edged sword where people hate you so much that they don't want to go to your village. I could go on and on about the social aspects of this game, but I'm sure you get what I'm saying. This game can not only be a PvP galore of fun, which it is, but also has its political and social factors of it. I could also go into detail about that this game has a clan housing system in which you rent a home and is able to customize the insides. I could talk about the dynamic ability that you have to put bounties on players. Maybe talk about how you can buy an item that actually sends a homing beacon to someone and you can track people down to kill them. Go on to speak about how players don't have to go to a village and they can just be rogue, which is pretty much someone out there to sabotage and kill people, as you can hit anyone. No friendly fire for you. It's you against the world. I'm sure you'd love for me to talk about the dynamic arena challenge system that allows for large handicap structured fights that vary from 1v1 to things like 1v3, 2v4, 3v2, 3v4, all the way up to a full-on 4v4. And then I slapped something together about the funny buys you can get, like while you go AFK, a kissing booth, or a cosmetic buy for you and your lady. Literally so many features all packed into one free-to-play game. I'll make sure to link the PvP trailer of this game in the video, as well as a link to the official Facebook page. Once again, I'm Roderick Phillips, owner of Conflict, and I hope to see you on the game to, well, cause some conflict.